Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here obviously with another plan with me. So I hadn't yet picked out the kit that I was going to use for, let's see, what are we planning for? October 3rd through the 9th. And then Caitlin tagged me in a reel on Instagram and I saw this kit and I was like, oh, I think I need to use that for my planning this week. So clearly that's what I'm doing. I have one too many Halloween kits. So one kit is not going to be used this year, which makes me really, really sad, but it kind of is what it is. And stuff. So I definitely need to make sure that I get the ones in that I really, really, really want to be in. So let's get into it. First, let's go ahead and take a look back at what this last week is looking like. So clearly it's Saturday. I haven't filled everything in and I need to go through and put down my character stickers. If you're looking at the shenanigans that happened this last week, yes, I took a nap Monday through Thursday. I have no regrets. And I have no shame to admit that some days you just need a nap. So, I love the whole foiled aspect of this. It turned out super cute, super amazing. This was also vault sale week, which if you ordered from the vault, thank you so much. It was amazing. And now I got to get to work. So, because remember, they're all made to order. But then this upcoming week is this. And let's get into this one. So, alrighty. Last week, took a trip to IKEA. Yesterday, which is, you know, when this video goes up, will have been, what, 3-4 days ago? We took another trip to IKEA. So, the one thing that we have not had, well, all right, stop, rewind. At the last place we had no need for a dining room table because we had a center island that was so massively huge that we chose to just sit at the center island for all of our meals and things like that. So we ended up getting rid of the dining room table that we had. I mean, it was broken. It didn't fit everybody anymore, you know, so we got rid of it. Well, we're back here at this new place. And while we have a bar area and that's where we sit for the majority of the stuff, the one thing that we were coming up with an issue was where are we going to do our schooling? And one of the things is that it was pretty apparent that we were going to end up doing it in the main area where, you know, the kitchen is and stuff. And then we were going to have a dedicated room for the media and stuff. So things for like our TV, our movies, our video games. But then, you know, kids asked for rooms. We decided to put, you know, our oldest in his own room that has his own bathroom, give him that kind of responsibility. And that means, and then also I wanted the kids more out when they were like watching TV or playing video games to where I could just be more present with them because I like to play video games and I like to sit down and watch them as well. So I wanted them to be more present. So we moved the media room out into our kitchen area, which isn't technically a kitchen area. I mean, it's a dining room area. And that meant that the dining room table that we kind of had our eyes on was not gonna happen. So we're like, okay, what are we gonna do here? So off to IKEA because we're like, well, can we find a table that will work for that area or what's gonna go on? So, and then one of the things that, you know, we wanted to do was also in the office in the packing area, we just ordered more equipment. I know you guys are probably all like, you did what? What is coming down the pipeline? Don't worry, you'll get to see in due time. It's all very secretive right now. But we did order a whole bunch of new equipment, and so we needed to move stuff away from the corner where there's more outlets. So we were like, you know what, let's go ahead and put the packing area in the center of the office underneath the big chandelier that's in there. And so we went to IKEA and we were looking for not only a dining room table, but maybe a packing table that we could use there. And mind you, we did not want to spend a ton of money, knowing full well that the dining room table would probably house most of the financial brunt. But as far as like office and business needs, I did not want to spend a lot of money. But the things we were coming up with were some of like the kitchen islands that have stools, and that's one of the things that's kind of saved us, especially when it comes to like subscription packing time, has been able to sit down and package those things. So we knew we wanted something that was raised and that we could put chairs at or stools at that we could sit, but then also if we needed to, we could stand. So we didn't want like desks or anything, because then that just means things get piled on and yeah, all that stuff. So the things we were coming across were like kitchen islands that you could have, stools. When I was up in Maine and I got to visit Caitlin's friend's house, they had the little center island that had the stools on one side, and I had never seen that. I'd seen it online, but never had a chance to really look at it in person. And I really, really liked it. And I was like, oh, this might really, really work. Oh, goodness. What do you do for all of these? Oh, amazing. Oh, just okay. Weekend. I think we're going to do this one up in the corner. I feel like I'm having some deja vu here. Whoa, that is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I'm feeling like I'm having some deja vu. That I've like done this with a kit before. So, all right. Should we? Yes, we should. The answer is, should we look for a 7th sticky note? The answer is yes. Yes, we should. I am looking for more of this color here. So definitely this gray color. I have multiple options available to me. That is too light of a gray. I will post the overall. Ooh, I kind of like this one. But is that going to be too dark? Yes, that's going to be too dark. I will post the overall winner of like what palette, more people purchased. There was outside of the exclusive palette, because that will always win. There was definitely a clear winner when it came to the other palettes, and I am super thrilled about that. Okay, that's too light. I think I might have to pull out my actual like colored rainbow functionals, the black ones that, because those would all be black. They wouldn't have gray in them, would they? I may have to kind of compromise on this. I mean, I just don't know. And I don't think there's going to be anything in these colors so far. Yeah, that's going to be too light of a gray. And those, yeah. Okay. Let me go back. All right, let's keep talking. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on what was going to be the packing area and whatnot. And so last week we ended up leaving empty-handed. So that was kind of disappointing. I think I might go with this one. I think I might go with that one because it just seems kind of the best. I am really second guessing myself in this one. Let's see. December, this gray is looking, let's see, do I have? That one I might be able to pull it off because it is. We're gonna go with this one. I know. I'm just gonna be a rebel right now. That's all I'm gonna be. So we ended up leaving IKEA empty-handed because I wasn't sold on anything, and we left empty-handed like all the way around. I didn't get a dining room table. I mean, I got nothing. So I'm gonna do things just a little bit differently. I know you're probably like, what is she doing? Just go with it. I'm just doing things just a little bit different. You know, because I like to throw things for a little bit of a loop every now and again. So we were all kind of disappointed because we had expected to get something, and sure enough, a lot of stuff was actually temporarily unavailable. I mean, it doesn't shock me, but it kind of is what it is, and stuff. And I'm not one to want to have to compromise. I'll just wait till it comes back in stock. Because I've tried that in the past where I'm like, oh, I need it now. Oh, it doesn't have the color. Well, fine. I'll just compromise and I'll just go with, you know, the black one or whatnot. And then I don't like how it looks and all that stuff. So I would just rather wait, and stuff on the actual color than buy something that I'm not completely fond of. So we had left empty-handed. We were kind of frustrated because it was like, seriously, we drove all this way. Just to give you some perspective, it's an hour and a half for us to get to the closest IKEA. So we don't take it lightly in terms of going out and getting things. These are not willy-nilly trips. You know, they have to be well thought out, well regimented, all that jazz. So we're like, okay, well, we'll do some research. We'll figure it out. So one of the reasons why the packing table is gone, because we started our school year this last week, our new school year, and I needed a table. So I decided we had one large table still from our previous school year. I had commandeered another one for the office when we moved here. Decided to take my packing table down, put on the lower legs, and merge the two together, and that has become our school table and our dining room table. But it has left me without an actual packing table, which I don't know if you know, you kind of need some space to pack out orders. Just saying. I didn't really think this one all the way through, but you know, we got there. So, oh no, I want to do a full box first. So we did some more research, and I figured what we needed to do that was going to be the most cost effective just all the way around. So we've put the two tables in our dining room. We have, okay, which one's going to be my Thursday box? Okay, I think that's going to be my Wednesday box. And I think this is going to be my Tuesday box. I think so. Okay. All right, so I wanted this to be the most cost-effective thing because I really don't want to spend a whole ton of money knowing that just things are going to keep changing and shifting and all that fun jazz. So in me researching more packing tables, I was like, you know what, let me research like craft tables, because I need a lot of space. I need storage underneath, all those things. So let me go ahead and research craft tables. And lo and behold, I came across like holy grail stuff of craft tables. And I'm first off, I'm thrilled, okay? I'm absolutely thrilled that I discovered this. And I found out that there is a calyx shelf base that gives you legs to lift it up off the floor, that you can, you know, if you rotate it on its side so it's longwise, and stuff. And I was like, oh well, I think this is exactly what we need. And so I was like, I found out what we need. We need to head back up to IKEA and we need to get these things. So we got the shelf base. We haven't put anything together, by the way, so that is okay. Let me put this down and then I'll be able to more accurately lay this down. Sometimes the sticky notes, when I have to lay things next to the sticky notes because of the way that it is odd shaped, it it throws me off. Okay, perfect. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, Wednesday box. Here we go. So I was like, let's get the calyx shelf, base shelf thingy, whatever, right? Let's get a new tabletop like what we had, and I've got the legs at home. Little did I remember that I don't have the bases that screwed to the corner of the tables that you then screw the legs in. Yeah, I don't have those because those are on the other table. So I had to buy 2 new legs, which, okay, whatever. All right. We wanted stools, and we had settled in on stools and stuff, and I was really actually happy with the stools that we settled on. We were going to just do plain metal stools, but then I really kind of wasn't feeling that, because they just have a tendency to not just, like, the screws come undone, all of this. So then I was like, well, let's do actual wooden chairs. And we came across some that we really liked, and they actually have a higher back to them, and we were pretty set on those. The only thing is we wanted them in white, and these ones were in black, so we were like, what are we gonna do here? So then my husband, as we go down and we get everything, and so we have everything on our carts and stuff, says to me, let's just go check the as is section. I was like, okay. Lo and behold, we go into the as is section, and my tabletop is there in the as is section, and one of the chairs that we wanted is in the as is section. So I'm like, oh, this looks crooked. But I'm like, oh, this looks exactly like what we were supposed to be getting. So we ended up going through all of the as is section, and we ended up walking away with 2 chairs from the as is section plus the tabletop, so score. And then we were able to also get my son a chair for his room and his desk that he has going on in there. So we were able to get all of that. And I walked out spending a fraction of the cost of what I would have needed to if I went with my original plan. So even though the first IKEA trip was a bust, this one was definitely not, and I'm actually really happy. So as soon as filming is done for the day here, I am actually going to get started on building that stuff. And then we already have a calyx shelf, so we didn't have to buy another calyx shelf. So that makes me super happy. We'll get the base down, and we'll get that down, and we're gonna have a whole new packing center area. And then that corner will be open for the new equipment that's coming in. So I actually just got a shipping notification today that part of it has shipped. So now I have to start figuring out, chances are for the meantime, until we can figure out like a full permanent solution of everything, we'll probably use our folding tables that we have. I have no shame in that one. Like, whatever, you know, if it works, it works. So we'll probably use the folding tables for a little bit until we can find a fully permanent solution to what we're doing, because it is a lot. But I'm super excited because it's going to help us finish up getting everything ready for our 52 weeks of Halloween project stuff that's about to be released. So I'm thrilled by that. So even though my first trip to IKEA was a waste, this one was not, and that I can say is what we will call a success. So yeah, some of the things that I've loved from IKEA are no longer there, and that actually makes me kind of sad, because they're like the super favorites of everything. I don't know if it's just this IKEA or if it's just IKEA all in general, but But I do feel like that this IKEA is just missing some things. So I don't know. Maybe it hasn't possibly been that long since I've really had to be to an IKEA. Because let's see. When we lived down in Harlingen, we couldn't go to an IKEA. There wasn't, the nearest one was 4 hours away, and I wasn't going to do that. So it'd been a long time. So it's probably been almost 2 years, if not 2 years, that I've been to an IKEA. And of course, I'm not going to pay for shipping. That's outrageous. Their delivery charges are outrageous. So I would rather just wait and put all the money together and go that way, and stuff. So yeah, it was a fun time at IKEA. My kids were like, we're so done. Although they were like, can I have this room? Can I have this room? I mean, they went into like a dream phase for a little bit. I want this, I want that. Can we do this for my room? And I'm just like, oh boy, what monsters have I created by bringing them here? So, but yeah. So moving on, vault sale went extremely well, and having the bigger table in the center of the area is going to make everything really easy packing wise once we get through like all the printing and all the cutting and stuff. So I will be a mad dash woman of all that this upcoming week, which I'm completely okay with. I'm completely fine having to do all of this because this is one of my favorite things. So instead of, I don't know if you guys know, but the September, when we run our vault sales, is my shop anniversary. So instead of me doing a shop anniversary box every year, I do a vault sale. It's my way of kind of giving back and letting some excitement happen and having something exclusive go on and all of that. So that is the purpose behind the vault sale. It's kind of a little bit of a celebration mode of everything. And yeah, and this was our 4th one, and I will say that it was an absolute success. I'm really excited for how we will present next year's, because I think we're going to do things just a little bit differently. I mean, you don't have anything to worry about in terms of how stuff is done. I just want to make it even more spectacular and have maybe some more exclusive items. Obviously, we'll see how the year goes, because that is a big thing when it comes to that, is just planning purposes and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how everything turns out. And excited to see you guys all use your vault sale items. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything more to say about vault sale except it was an absolute success. I absolutely had a great time. So okay, so we're finishing this up here. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention, because I am using one of our 7x9 planners, is that we are currently in the middle of a restock. So you're probably wondering why it's taken so long. Well, one, I was traveling. Two, my husband was finishing up retiring. So time was something that just was not on our side for some things. And stuff. So that made a significant impact on being able to restock planners. But then two, I had to be very careful because we were waiting on toner to be delivered. And let's just say that was dramatic in and of itself. I'm not exactly happy with the printer company at this point, because now this is the second time where they've promised something to be shipped and it's not. However, they did refund me my shipping on our toner, so I mean, I can't completely fault things, but I definitely am like, okay, if this is, because this is what I'm going to have to go for in order to keep, you know, warranties and things like that up and being able to have service and all that stuff. It's part of their contract. But anyways, I will just have to plan a little bit more accordingly to ensure that I have toner in stock and we don't run into this issue. But we are in the middle of a restock. We're in the current phase of cutting, which is not the longest phase. In fact, actually it's probably one of the shortest ones. And then we go to punching and coiling, and once that is done, they will be ready for restock. So once they've been cut, all of them, and punched, I can accurately put up an inventory count, because at that point it's just coiling. So be prepared if you've been waiting for a planner. Those things are coming. So yeah, just you wait. It's coming, it's on its way, and we're about to finish up here. So last sticker to lay down, and then I'm going to move these pages out of my way. And let's open it up. My Halloween loving soul is very, very happy. This is actually kind of, I'm actually really glad that I did this, because this is the first week of October. We are going to really try to do the 31 days of Halloween this year on watching on Freeform. But then I have a couple of books to also read that are kind of Halloween based. So this is kind of like dual purpose, but has nothing to do with work. Unless this is the week that I actually order my Halloween rug for my office. So excited for them. All right, so kit is still up in my shop. Like I said, planners will be restocked here soon, so just keep an eye out for those. I'm obviously not doing any pen or anything because this is October 3rd. We're not even there yet. So yeah, if you enjoyed this plan with me, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.